My name is Sister Katelyn Marie Amata Krantz. My religious name is Sister Amata, and Amata is Latin for beloved. When I entered religious life, I was really struggling with my sense of belovedness in the Lord, with the truth that the Lord could love me in my failures and my faults. And that made it really difficult for me to discern really truly becoming a consecrated religious for him, a bride of his heart. And so I would use phrases in my postulancy like, God willing, when I'm a bride of Christ, or someday when I'm Jesus's bride. And one of my sisters, who had been professed for a while, stopped me one day and looked at me and said, "You already are a bride of Christ." I was really taken aback. And she said, "You're a bride of Christ because Jesus made your soul his bride when he died for you on the cross. And he confirmed this in your baptism, that he loves you enough to die for you." Now, every baptized person is the bride of Christ. You are just discerning now whether this is the life that he's calling you to live in order to show that to the world. And when she spoke this truth over me, it really opened a new place in my heart and freed me to true discernment with the Lord, and helped me over the next few years to receive a lot of healing in places that I didn't know the Lord wanted to look and love me in, but where he did, and he healed and he restored. And as I became more and more aware of his love for me, I came across the name Amata actually on a poster, a discernment poster that we had hanging in our convent, and it was part of another sister's religious name. And I was walking past it one day, just kind of looking at it, seeing the names is something that kind of is always in your mind as you're discerning, what will my name be? So I walked past and I saw Amata as part of the sister's name and thought, oh, she knows she's beloved. Great, good for her. And I just kept walking. But over the next year or so, the Lord really just poured so much love on me and brought so much more healing. That brought me to a space of understanding that he could love me, not despite my faults and failures, but within my weaknesses. And that's where he wants to work and to love and to rest with me. And as I was praying with this one day in adoration, I was just looking at him and thanking him for being present with me in the Holy Eucharist. And the Lord brought to mind that moment that I had had in my postulancy when a sister had said, "You are the bride of Christ. He married you on the cross." And it hit. The Lord had said that to me. He said, "You are my bride. I have married you, and I have claimed you." And he called me beloved, and it meant so much in that moment. The Lord had given me the grace to receive that word in a new and really profound way, in a way that struck my identity and has become my identity, is his beloved. And so as he was speaking the word beloved, he brought back almost an image of the word Amata that I had seen about a year before, and said the word Amata as almost a question. He said, "Beloved Amata, may I call you this?" It was an invitation, and all I could say was yes. The Lord gave me the grace to respond from that place of belovedness and knowing that he loves me and my wounds, to say yes to him and calling me this, And then understanding that this is where I can operate from. This is where I can live from for the rest of my life. That this was an invitation to living as beloved for forever. And as I brought this moment of prayer to my spiritual director and to my formator, they both agreed and confirmed that this was where the Lord had been really working in my life, is showing me that I am so beloved in his eyes in particular. And that this was something that maybe he wanted to highlight in me through a religious name, that it's something that he wanted to call me, as he had said, through others. And as I was bringing that to prayer, being called Beloved Amata as my religious name, I remembered something that another religious sister of mine had said, that our religious names aren't something that are just thrown at us or dropped out of the sky or given to us, that they are part of us, that our religious names are part of us that the Lord sees and wants to bring up, to show and to bless and to share with the world, to highlight. And I was struck then with the fact that all of the baptized are brides of Christ. All of the baptized and the whole human race is beloved of the Lord, that is the deepest identity the Lord wants us to recognize. And so it's so humbling to have received the Lord calling me this, that each time I'm called Amata, I can go back to that place of recognizing my belovedness and know it in my own heart, but then, God willing, present that to others, present their identity as beloved through my words or my actions, so that they know that they too are Amata, that they are beloved.